Yeah, coach is coming.
Bro, legitimately, why wouldn't Jordan
Are we doing this?
we're doing anything?
We don't know why yet.
Yeah, that's the part that confuses me.
Okay, let's pray.
Like, that was weird.
Just start here. Alright. Guys, we'll just pray in their names. So, just like, I don't know, worry about it. Dear Lord, thank you so much for blessing us with a beautiful day. Lord, we thank you, Lord. We thank you, Lord. Jesus' name, pray. Amen. Let's get it. Everybody, count on three. 1, 2, 3. Bears! Yeah, not Bears. Okay. Putting the ball. I'll take one. Thank you. I'll lock you in there. Sound like a plan, Stan?
Just hold it. Poor Jordan over there. This one kind of weird. He's trying to talk to somebody. Someone's waving at him.
Is he any batteries? He needs new batteries.
Is he?
It looks like it. Jordan R, can you hear us? I think. Okay, let me watch the.
Welcome softball fans, welcome to Basha High School for today's EIA 6A Premier Regional game featuring the Casteel Colts. Let's meet the contestants for today's game. First reserves for the Colts. Number 7, Viviana Sanchez. Number 2, number 2, Lauren Fulton. Number 6, Jordan Peterson. Number 9, Riley Moore. And number 18, G. Lenoir. Now the starting lineup. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 17, Winter Melendez. Batting second and playing left field, number 12, Addison Cathcart. Batting third and pitching, number 13, KJ Tipton. Batting fourth and playing third base, number 19, Jordan Branch. Batting fifth and doing the catching, number 11, Olivia Miller. Batting sixth and playing center field, Chacon. Number 5, Keaton Prairie. Number 7, Dixie Carrillo. Number 10, Lindsay Kipke.
Welcome to the Basha Bear Network's first ever live softball game. Jaden, Rick, and Emmett Morris, excited to have you guys tuning in. And an early time for us, our first ever kind of afternoon game. Today, Basha takes on the Casteel Colts, a highly anticipated matchup. The two teams haven't faced off since last year, and when they did last time, it was a blowout. Basha absolutely dominated in their last matchup. Today, it's a perfect chance for Casteel to get their comeback. And one of the most important things about this game, Emmett, to realize is that up until this year, Casteel only had a varsity softball team.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how Casteel softball grew throughout the offseason. Now, looking at Basha, a lot of the question is how was the other players going to step up, losing Gabby Garcia, one of the best players in school history, who's now balling out at Oklahoma. But Basha's really answered the call, going 13-3, only losing to the top teams in the state. Looks to add on another win as they take on Casteel here today, Jaden.
And with Casteel being this kind of underdog, right, this is a growing program, as you just mentioned. Now that they have a junior varsity team, they've got their varsity team, they've had a lot of experience and talent come into the team. They have a chance to prove themselves today. They're really in a better position, significantly more than they were last year. And as the teams start to get into region play, this is a game that could matter a lot when you start looking at the playoff bracket in only about a month from now. That's almost crazy to think about because it feels like the season just started, but here we are already almost at the end.
Yeah, Jaden, it's been a ride for the Bears, and hopefully end on a high note.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after the national anthem. Welcome back. Jaden, Rick, and Emmett Morris, excited to have you guys tuning in once again for our first ever live coverage of any softball game. And we're very lucky because this is going to be an explosive game. Emmett, last time the two, as we just mentioned, Matt up. Basha won 18-0.
That's just an absolutely domination, even in any sport, just absolutely dominated. Baseball, usually a high score is like a 5-0, 6-0, but this was 18-0, Jaden. Should be interesting to see how Casteel took the year off and want to see how they were going to respond to this.
And Casteel starting at the plate today. Emmett, break down this Basha defense.
So, for starters, for Basha, you got a high-powered outfield with Grace McNulty in right. You got Kendall Bragg in left, both seniors, both committed to college. And in center, you got the speedy Anaya Jamin, who's Basha's leadoff hitter. And usually leadoff hitters are your speediest hitters. Over in the infield, you got Liv O'Neill playing at third. You got shortstop Vala Luna. You got at second base, you got the junior, Michaela Quinney, who's been absolutely carrying Basha's offense so far. And then at first base, you got Addie Kimberlin.
But it's a dangerous team. It's a team that won state 2 years ago. They lost in the semis last year. It was a very close game that they lost 6-7 to Tucson. They have so much potential, and this year it's been another showing of that. We've seen that heart and soul of the team is still there, and this is a team that also has so many college offers. Anaya Jamin on offer and committed to Jacksonville State. Michaela Quinney, UNC Charlotte commit. Morgan Bragg, Ole Miss commit.
SEC.
Big name schools,
Big
right?
names.
All Division I schools. And it's not like this is just the first year. Emmett, as you just brought up last year, Gabriela Garcia over now at Oklahoma. This is a program that can continuously prove to make D1 athletes. And so I think this is another chance for Basha to get it turned around after that super close loss last year.
Yeah, a lot of people wondered how Basha was going to respond after that loss, losing Gabby Garcia to Oklahoma, and they've really turned it around well. Although 13-3 so far in the first 16 games. Nice pitch there by Kylie Duffy. The 0-1. Try to bunt there and foul back into Morgan Bragg's mitt. It'll be 0-2. Jada, interesting scenario here. Trying to bunt here to start the game for Casteel.
And we'll see now if they go for a bunt again.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. Nice outside pitch there by Duffy for the first strikeout.
That's an excellent start for Basha right there.
Now batting number 12.
And a great set of pitching.
Here's Cathcart here for the Colts. Stepping in. There's a pitch. Swing and a miss on that outside corner again. Duffy now just missing there. Be 1-1. Duffy now coming to the set.
Over the shortstop.
Good play by the shortstop. Luna there, retire.
Second batter up to the plate, Casteel, 1 strike. Third batter. Foul ball. Basha off to a really great start so far, Emmett.
Yeah, great defensive play there by Luna there in a first batter of the game. You know, Duffy retiring Melendez on 3 pitches.
Two outs and another foul. And a first walk of the game.
Yeah, not something you want to do if you're Basha. You know, walking the number 3 hitter, bring up the number 4 hitter here, Jaden.
Now Casteel to send their 4th batter up to the plate. Branch will get a chance now. 2 outs here in the first inning. Casteel looking to make something happen.
Something interesting here, Jaden. They're doing a courtesy runner here. So in high school, if your pitcher or catcher gets on base and there's 2 outs, the coach can opt in for a courtesy runner. Basically having someone else run for the pitcher or catchers gives them time to recoup themselves in the dugout before going out.
Strike one.
That was a pretty good pitch there inside corner. Trying to jam her. Tried that same spot there, Jaden, but just was a little low.
One strike, 2 balls. Duffy. Fast pitch, straight down the middle. 2-2.
Yeah, great pitch there by Duffy. Just trying to get a strike there, get that second strike, and now she has a pitch to work with. Here it's 2-2.
Duffy looking to send us down to the bottom of the first. Caught and thrown over to first, but she missed it. A chance to make something happen. Branch over to second.
Yeah, Jaden, that's a gift there for the Colts as
Definitely.
Kifferlin dropped the ball there on the throw. That's something Basha needs to avoid. They don't want to give Casteel any chance of getting into this game.
Olivia Miller up to the plate. Casteel. Girl on third and first. Following the error on first base. Swing and a miss. We've yet to see Casteel really get a really strong hit so far, Emmett.
Yeah, that both times Casteel made contact, it was softly hit to either the second baseman or the third baseman. Just got a gift there from the error at first. Give Casteel a prime position here to take possibly a 2-0 lead if they get a base hit.
1-1 for Miller, and will be 2-1.
Tried the outside corner there, but just couldn't get the corner, went out a little bit too early.
I think it's important to add to Emmett, so far today has been a very windy day.
Yes, Jaden.
That's something that pitchers from both teams are going to be dealing with.
As something interesting, the wind is blowing out, so a ball that's like a routine fly ball on the regular day might be, the wind might help it get out of the ballpark here at Basha today.
Another 2-2 situation. This time over the shortstop. Will they get it in time? And they will. Casteel ends top of the first. No runs so far, and Emmett Duffy was able to clutch up there, get him down to the first without letting any runners after that error we saw.
Yeah, Duffy really got the pitch she wanted, a ground ball right to or shortstop Luna, and she made a nice throw right to the first baseman to avoid another error to get out of the inning.
Texas Roadhouse is a nationwide steakhouse favorite.
And as we get ready for the bottom of the first here, we want to thank you all again for tuning into our first ever softball live stream. Jaden Rick and Emmett Morris on the call today. And the Bears' first chance up at the plate. We know they have some deadly hitters. I'm excited to see up first we have one of the best hitters. Emmett, we got to talk about her.
Nia Jamin, she's not just a good hitter, but she's really fast. She can really fly down the base pass.
So far this year, she's gotten 23 hits and 23 runs on all of those hits, been batting .442. As you mentioned earlier, she's already committed to Jacksonville State.
Yeah, something they usually do for the leadoff hitters is their best contact hitter. Get on base there, as Nia Jamin said. Batting average is .442. It's one of the top in the state for sure.
And Basha had a great win last week against Perry. We knew that that was going to be one of those other matchups that they had on their list. They were able to squeak out of that one 8-7. But that was an important win. As we mentioned, these region play games are the ones that ultimately really start to add up once you look at that playoff bracket.
Yeah, and Basha has won the last two regions here with winning the state in 23, making the semis in 24. See how far they can go this year in the playoffs next month.
And here we go. Jamin up to bat. 0-0, bottom of the first here from Basha High School.
Looked like Jamin was trying to drag bunt there, but saw the pitch was in the other batter's box and just held it back. Pitch just missed there, Jaden, trying to get that outside corner. Now a good hitter's count here for Jamin.
2 balls, 0 strikes. Jamin yet to swing. Fast pitch, still a little bit shy over to that left side, Emmett.
Yeah, that was also low there. Maybe thought I would have gotten that outside corner if it was up there, but just missed there. Now it's 3-0 for Jamin. Wonder if she's going to be swinging here or not.
Ashley Blanton, the pitcher for Casteel, walks Jamin, first batter of the day. And for Basha, you're going to take that.
Yeah, not a good start there for Casteel Law, walking the first batter and 4 pitchers. Now you have the heart of the order coming up. McNulty, Kimberlin, Bragg, and McQuinney. Wind's starting to really pick up here, Jaden.
It really is up second. Grace.
One just got the corner. Looked like a late strike call there from the ump.
Wide left again. We've seen almost every single pitch so far.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Blanton's, all of her pitches are going left, and you have to think that the wind is playing such a major factor in that.
Yes, of course, especially wind's blowing against her. Now she's having miscommunication there with her catcher trying to get a pitch call there.
Nolte refuses to swing again, and you can see Jamin starting to kind of leak out from first base.
Be interested here to see if they send her here. They can't leave the base until the ball has released from the pitcher's hand.
2 balls, 1 strike. And Jamin goes for the steal.
Caught him sleeping there.
Jamin takes second. 3-1 now for McNulty.
If I'm McNulty, I'm taking this pitch all the way.
If you get the chance. I mean, half of these has been too far away to even take a realistic hit at.
And there's another one.
Back-to-back walks now for the Basha Bears. A runner on first and second following Jamin's steal.
That is something now. Basha's in prime position to go on a big rally here in the bottom of the first.
And Ashley Blanton, Casteel's senior pitcher right now, struggling to get anything to go down the middle. And they're going to have a meeting out at the mound. And Emmett, break down what we're seeing so far. Is it the wind? Is it the pitching style? What are you noticing?
It could definitely, the wind has a lot of factor in, especially blowing into the pitcher's face. You know, Blanton looks like she's trying to get that outside corner, trying to get Basha either caught sleeping or get a weak ground ball to their fielders, but Basha having some great plate discipline here and drawing 2 walks, runners on first and second, and looking to go on a rally with your number 3 hitter, Kimberlin, coming to the plate.
Kimberlin, the first baseman for the Basha Bears. We'll see if Casteel's made any adjustments. Still 0-0, bottom of the first. And that's a lot better as Jamin has to get back in time.
Yeah, try to pick off move there.
I feel like she almost could have gotten the third.
She definitely could have gotten the third there. I don't think Jamin saw the ball, got away from the second baseman. With Jamin's speed, she could have definitely made it close there.
Blanton had a very good pitch that last one. Here we go.
Caught the outside corner there, Jaden.
Yeah,
that's what she's been trying to do for these first 2 batters. Both pitches there to Kimberlin. And maybe this meeting on the mound really helped her settle down here and take control of this game.
2 strikes for Kimberlin. And a wide left ball.
Yeah, the wind really just picked up here, Jaden, and probably never was as hard as it is now with the wind, and definitely had an effect on that pitch.
You know, Jamin's looking to steal any chance. Left field in the air, and it bounces on the ground. Basha makes the play.
Yeah, close there play there from Jamin. Had to make sure that ball was going to drop. Didn't want to get picked off on a double play if that ball was caught. And now Basha's in prime position. You got your cleanup hitter up with the bases loaded.
This is a perfect opportunity for Morgan Bragg. Do you think that ball was catchable, Emmett? Do you think they could have gotten there in time, or was that one going into the ground no matter what?
There was an effort there. If there's a, not saying she didn't try. If there was, it was close, Jaden. It was close. Just that one step. And honestly, if the wind wasn't a factor, it probably would have been a catch.
Strike one for Bragg. Still bases loaded, 0 outs. Takes a hit at this foul ball.
Yeah, Bragg out there got the pitch she wanted, but was just out there a little bit too early.
Well, you're seeing both sides. You keep bringing up the wind, right? Some of the pitches are going to go left. Well, now you're starting to see some of the hits are kind of leaning that way. No balls, 2 strikes. Bragg, bases loaded. Bragg readies. Back-to-back foul balls.
Yeah, that was a tough pitch there. I think Bragg, if she would have taken it, it would have been called strike 3. So good of her to be able to foul that off and keeping this at-bat alive. This is key at-bat here early in this game.
Fast pitch, right side, into the outfield, far right side on the ground. And Basha will finally get their first run of the day. Jamin getting home, and we're looking at a 1-0 ball game as 2 runners got home. McNulty squeezes in there at the end.
Yeah, that's exactly what Morgan Bragg wanted to do on that swing. That pitch was outside, same pitch as the previous pitch before she was able to foul off. She waited on that ball and just drove it to the opposite field. That's what you do. And now, as I mentioned earlier, you're going to do a courtesy runner at first as Bragg's going to go back to the dugout and get ready to catch again the next inning. And now Michaela Quinney here. She leads the team with 6 home runs. Looking at number 7 here. If she does, be a 5-0 first inning for the Bears before Casteel can even get an out.
Ball 1.
Trying that outside corner again. We'll see how long she really does this until Basha really takes advantage of it.
And Basha's going to take these easy little hits, right? They're getting into the outfield, and nobody's seeming to be anywhere near the ball. Ball 2. Quinney, the UNC Charlotte commit. Bottom of the first, Basha up 2-0.
Interesting call there by the umpire. That ball to me looked a little bit out, but a good frame there by the catcher Miller. And it brings it to a 2-1 count for Quinney.
Another one left. 2-2. They're going to call that one a strike. Did you think that was?
That looked.
That was a close one.
That was a close one for sure, but again, a nice frame there by Miller, and that's what the professional catchers get paid to do, is to frame those pitches where balls would be called strikes there.
Quinney swinging a miss, and that will be the Bears' first out of the first inning. And you know, crazy to think that's their first out, and they've already got 2 runs, and they still have 2 runners already on the bases. Up next, Aaliyah Burbeskis. Burbeskis, swing, right past the pitcher. That's a great grounder right there.
Yeah, it was a great.
Oh,
boy, here we go.
Burbeskis, nobody, the first baseman, had left as well.
Almost a huge mistake there by
Yeah.
Burbeskis.
Well, you know, mistakes by both teams, and I guess, you know, canceled out as Burbeskis is able to get the hit and get to first.
Yeah, that was a good hit. Probably too good of a hit by Burbeskis, too hard of a hit, as that prevented Kimberlin from scoring from third. Tried to stop at third. And the Bears once again have the bases loaded.
1 out, down the middle, foul ball. Via Luna up at bat. Luna takes another swing, back-to-back fouls.
Luna there just a little bit ahead of the pitch. So hold back a little bit. Wait for that pitch to come to her and to get that sweet swing right there.
On the verge of the second out, down, straight through the middle, repeat hit. And Basha won't get both home.
What a throw there.
That was a very excellent throw.
From the center fielder, Paige Fuller, preventing that second run from scoring. Just right on the money to the catcher, Miller. And applies the tag before Bragg could score. And speaking of Bragg, her sister coming to the plate.
Kendall Bragg up now to hit, and that was a great hit there. I mean, that was a better throw we saw, but Basha was so close to getting 2 runners in there that's something you're going to take the risk on.
Yeah, ground ball right up the middle. The pitcher, really after pitching, has so little time to be able to field it that chances are they're not going to be able to field it.
Kendall Bragg.
Just missed a little bit high there.
Great pitch, straight down the middle.
It's right down the middle, almost too perfect. Because Jaden, you know, anytime a pitch goes right down the middle, could give a prime. That's the perfect pitch for a batter to hit out of the park.
She almost bunted that one, then she kind of held up.
Yeah, interesting here. You're at 1 out here. You're gonna, or excuse me, 2 outs. So you're trying to drag bunt, maybe get on base. Bragg is a pretty fast player for being in the outfield.
She's got 2 balls, 1 strike. Basha up 3-0, bottom of the first.
Wind is really picking up here, Jaden.
Second one, and that is left.
It was a little bit inside there to Bragg, trying to get that inside corner.
3 balls, 1 strike. Could we see a 4th walk? Foul ball.
Yeah, that was right down the middle, Jaden. Don't think that she wants to give up her 4th walk of the game.
She's definitely turned it around. We've seen Blanton kind of get a little bit more in tune. Ooh, high ball. And it's out of there. Home run. Kendall Bragg sends it out of the park.
Just what a swing there from Bragg. 3-2 has got to be a strike. Both runners were advancing, and the pressure just got to Blanton. And Bragg hit it right on the barrel. And Basha really rallying here to start the game 6-0.
Oh, you can't ask for a better start than that. Up 6. You're in the first inning, and you still got only 2 outs. We could very well see a repeat of that 18-0 victory we saw Basha take over Casteel last year.
We're off to a great start right now.
Liv O'Neill up to bat. Struck one.
Kind of looked like a hanging curveball there, Jaden. First time we've seen that today.
I've noticed Bland's done a little bit better with some of these left-handed batters. Second pitch, that one's left. 1-1. O'Neill, the third baseman. Swing and a miss.
Got that outside corner. That's what she's been looking for the whole first inning. Just couldn't be able to hit it.
Playing in, high ball, but she swung anyways, and that's going to end the first inning here as O'Neill strikes out at the plate.
After 1 full inning of play, Basha 6, Casteel 0. grateful for their support. Whether you're craving their legendary orange chicken, sizzling Asian beef, or a fresh plate of honey walnut shrimp, Panda Express has something for everyone. And tomorrow night, Panda Express is having a fundraising night where all online orders using the promo code 9003180 will give 28% to Basha's softball. Order up, promo code 9003180. Leading off for the Colts, number 4, Paige Fuller.
Top of the second, Basha leading by 6, and Emmett, I mean, what a sensational start for the Bears, especially with Bragg with that homer.
It's exactly the start the Bears were looking for, Jaden. Coming off a huge win against Perry, keeping that momentum high, and putting up 6 in the first inning.
Casteel, they've lost 9 of their last 11. They need some sort of spark, some sort of energy, and a win over the number 4 ranked team in Arizona would definitely help. Although now they've got a mountain to climb, and out one as Jordan.
That was a good swing there by Paige Fuller, but just hit it right to the center fielder, Anaya Jamin. Just missed there in the outside corner.
Ball 1. Same spot, and that's going to be back-to-back outs.
Great pitch there by Duffy. You know, was a little bit inside, but that was the goal, to try and jam her, get weak contact, a weak fly to center field. And Jamin able to make the second catch for the inning. See if she can get the hat trick here in the inning, Jaden.
Up now to bend, Alexandra Steinbrenner.
Big cut there from Steinbrenner, looking to try at least put Casteel on the board with that swing.
That one, and a very swift top of the second there as Basha gets 3 outs in a row.
That's 5 pitches there, Jaden. Very quick, very efficient. And now Basha's coming to hit again, trying to add on to the 6-0 lead.
And for Casteel, Emmett, right now, what's going wrong? Are they swinging at pitches they shouldn't? Are they just not hitting it the right way? What is it that's going wrong when they're at the bat?
Really, it's credit to Kylie Duffy, the Basha pitcher, you know, making those pitches to get weak contact. In the first, she struck out a couple. And then this inning, she got 3 weak contact hits on 5 pitches, being able to retire the side very efficiently. And now Basha looking to extend the 6-0 lead.
Bottom of the second, Basha up 6 as Anaya Jamin takes her second appearance at the plate. Last time she was walked. But we know there's probably a good reason for that, because she is deadly when she actually gets her bat to connect with the ball.
Yes, it is, Jaden. 23 hits, you mentioned. 24 runs from that last walk.
And out to right field, caught by Casteel.
Yeah, good swing there by Jamin. Just hit it right to the right fielder. And looks like Blayton trying to repeat what Duffy just did, you know, an out on the first pitch here. And now McNulty going to try and get it started here for the Bears.
Blanton still the pitcher. Outside pitch.
Wow. It's called a strike there, Jaden. That looks kind of outside to me. That was about the 4th time we've seen it called for Basha here early in the game.
1-1. McNulty steps up. One's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Down the middle, takes a swing, and that will be an out at first for McNulty. Casteel turning it around this time on the bottom of the second.
Good pitch there by Blayton. Getting that weak contact out right to the second baseman in a routine play for the infielder.
As Kimberlin steps up. 2 outs, nobody on base. A very, very different scene from where they were just probably 5 minutes ago in the bottom of the first. Kimberlin pops it up, and that is caught. 2 rapid succession outs for both teams.
A 5-pitch inning for Basha, now 5-pitch inning for Casteel. We go to the top of the third within minutes, Jaden.
Well, it's interesting because in the first we were seeing walks, we were seeing outside pitches that, were just resulting in balls. This time around, the pitches were a lot more down the middle from both pitchers. And then it works out because everybody's taking swings, and then they're just getting easy, little pop fly catches out in the outfield.
Yeah, that was a good response there by Blayton, giving up the 6 in the first, getting a quick 5-pitch inning here in the second. Can really set the tone for Casteel to maybe go on a big inning right here.
And that's what they'll need if they even want a chance to get back into this. I mean, it's high school softball. Down by 6. That's not an easy feat to overcome, and just props to Basha for having such a successful first inning.
Yeah, it's not, but if Casteel is patient at the plate, waits for their pitches, they can really change in a heartbeat. They can get a few this inning and get right back into this game.
And here we go. Casteel back up. Skylar Choi. Take her first appearance here. Great pitch.
Just missed a little bit high, trying to jam her there.
I'll call it a ball instead. Over to shortstop. Will they get it in time? Yes, they will.
Beautiful throw there from the shortstop, Luma.
And great connection.
And a good pitch there from Duffy, another weak contact out.
That's a sign right there, a play like that, Emmett. It's representative of a team that really clicks together, right? They've got the chemistry, they've got the practice. We saw earlier when Casteel's first baseman was off, doing whatever. That's a sign where they're not as used to playing with each other. But here, Basha, they know exactly where their teammates are going to be. They're able to get the ball to them quickly and efficiently, and they're able to make some of those routine plays that if you're not on top of your game, you're going to end up missing.
Right, and something big there, when Kimberly made the error at first, she didn't get down on herself. She just kept her head up, and right next batter, she got the opportunity to redeem herself, and she did, being able to get out of the inning for the Bears.
Choi, 1-1. Tries to bunt it. Take a foul.
A good pitch there.
In correction, as that's Winter Melendez up at bat.
Yeah, a good pitch there by Duffy on the outside corner. Now Cathcart coming to hit for the Colts. Trying to get something started here with 2 outs.
First one, foul ball. Cathcart readying herself. ready for the second. Takes a swing at this one. Won't connect. 0-2 right now.
Good pitch there from Duffy. Sunk that at the last minute there. Being able to throw off Capcar, and now she's behind 0-2.
Way outside.
Yeah, low too. Looks like she kind of spiked that one.
First ball. This one, left field. Basha's got to get there in time, and they will. Another quick ending to the third, just like we saw in the second, and Basha's defense on top of it right now.
Yeah, Basha, after that mistake, has played flawless baseball here. Retired their last 7 in a row. And now Basha looks to add to that 6-0 lead here.
Again, you guys are watching Basha Softball live here on the BBN Network. Basha's one and only fully student-ran broadcast network, so we appreciate you guys for sticking with us. If you're a longtime viewer, I'm sure you've been here for one of our technical issues. But once again, we're high school students learning, so we appreciate your guys' support, all the love we see on social media. Jaden Ricken, Emmett Morris on the call, our producer Timothy Seal. And an interesting game, a really exhilarating first we saw from Basha, plenty of runs, and then obviously the homer. Since then, it's been a little bit more quiet, kind of a little bit more typical of a game.
Right, Jaden. You know, since that big explosion, there's really been no base runners at all for either team. Basha here going to look to change it with their number 4 hitter, Morgan Bragg, coming up.
Sister of Kendall, as we just mentioned, was the one who hit it out of the park. Bottom of the third, Bears in the lead by 6. Casteel, no switches in pitchers yet, as Blanton is still out on the mound. Blanton winds up, straight down the middle, a little low there at the end. Ball 1.
It looked like it got the umpire a little bit.
He's talking to the catcher. Why didn't you catch it for me? My finger.
Yeah, here's a guy who just doesn't want to get hit.
Second pitch. This one, foul.
Good rip there by Morgan Bragg, just a little bit in front of it. That was the pitch she wanted, though. It was probably going to go to the wall if she waited back on it a little bit, but just really couldn't.
1 ball, 1 strike. Third pitch at the bottom of the third. This one, way outside.
Yeah, just couldn't get a good release on that pitch.
Well, we've kind of seen Blanton go from outside on the left side to now outside on the right side.
Seems to be trying to get the outside corner no matter who's hitting, if it's a righty or a lefty.
This one is hit by Bragg, and a big miss at the shortstop.
That was just a horrible bounce there. A bit of luck there for Bragg. Not sure the shortstop was going to get to that ball anyways, but Bragg gets that hit off the bad bounce, and Bears look to get something rolling here. Leadoff hitter aboard.
For the Bears, number 5, Keaton Prairie. Now batting number 22.
For Melendez, we know she's had her name called quite a few times tonight. You can't hear me suddenly?
Now I can. Sorry about that, folks. We're having some technical difficulties with the audio, but it seems to be working now, so.
Runner on first, 1 ball here. As Michaela Quinney, the second baseman, is at bat. Bottom of the third. Back-to-back outside pitches.
Trying to get that outside corner again. Really worked for her in the second inning, but so far in the third, it's really going against her.
Trying to go for the steal, and that one will be a foul as Bragg goes back to first. And Quinney remains at the plate.
As I mentioned earlier, Kayla Quinney, Basha's leader in home runs. Looking to hit one out of here, give Basha a 8-0 lead here in the third.
And the steal works. We saw Bragg leading off on some of the previous hits, and the time she takes it.
Yeah, it was a good inside pitch there by Blayton, but a pass ball by the catcher, allowing Ferry, the courtesy runner, to be able to take second. Now Basha has a runner in scoring position early here in the third.
2-2 for Quinney. Takes a hit. Out past shortstop, and another miss from Melendez. Bash is going to take that home, and a great run that they're going to gladly scoop up there.
Yeah, Ferry was in motion there, trying to steal third. But then that movement really made Melendez panic and go off her glove. I don't know, Jane, should we call that an error or a hit?
I think that's an error. I think that was, not easily, obviously, but I think that was definitely a ball you could get in the glove.
I agree with you there, Jaden.
Big swing, missed by third, but that will be a foul. That was very close. That was right on the foul line.
Yeah, to me that looked like it touched the chalk, and if it did, it would be a fair ball, but no, umpire has a better view than us.
Had we not had 30-mile-an-hour wind, supposedly, I won't reveal, I heard today that we were supposed to have 30-mile-an-hour wind.
Wow.
I don't know if it's really that much. I don't have, I don't even know how you measure the wind, but whatever instrument you would measure it with.
I guess a windmill, possibly?
I don't know if a windmill is quite the one, but I like your thinking. 1-1 now. Bears up 7, still in the bottom of the third. Runner on first.
Pitch looked a good pitch to me, but just a little bit high. Didn't really drop until it got to the catcher's glove.
It was more accurate than some of the other pitches.
It was
we've
more
seen.
accurate. I agree. She's trying the outside corner, which she was trying to do the whole time.
This one made the connection out at second, and that'll be the Bears' first out here in the third.
Good hustle there.
As Burbeskis is able to get out to first.
Good hustle there by Burbeskis to avoid the double play. Basha has a runner aboard still with one out now. Now our wind's starting to come back again, Jaden. We had a brief moment there where the wind was kind of calm. Now
I jinxed it. You shouldn't have brought up windmills. I mean, look where we're at now.
Now the wind, instead of going towards as...
And that one out at second. That was a much better connection there from Casteel. They immediately caught the ball, bounced into the glove, got it to second. Everybody was in the right spot.
Yeah, just a weak throw there. I'm sure if the throw was a little bit stronger, they could have turned that double play. But Basha's still alive here in the bottom of the third, and the big home run hitter, Kendall Bragg, to the plate for the Bears.
So Quinney and Burbeskis, the ones who got out at second, is now Luna. Will take her place at first base.
Good block there by the catcher, Miller.
Kendall Bragg, her second time at the plate today.
Bragg had such a beautiful swing there to be able to send that one over the wall. Question was it going to be high enough? Because we knew it was going to be far enough.
This one, she takes a hit at the third miss from Melendez, and then some trouble in the outfield. Is she going to go home? Luna, she's making a run for it, and she gets on. Touches the plate with ease.
Great awareness there by the third base coach, being able to send Luna from third from the error at short, then had a little miscommunication in the outfield. Gives the Bears another run here, 8-0.
And smiles all throughout the Basha dugout as not only has the wind kicked in, we've also got a little bit of a spring shower now. We've got some rain coming down here at Chandler High School. Excuse me, at Basha High School.
I was about to say,
don't know how I forgot my own high school. It's not like I haven't been here for 4 years.
Exactly.
Basha up 8-0 now. And we're going to hope, for the sake of the game, the rain doesn't pick up too much.
Well, you know what they say, Jaden. Today's April 1st. April showers, May flowers.
Who says that?
I don't know.
You?
I heard it this morning somewhere. I don't remember.
That one way left. 1-1 now. You cannot let Bragg get a hit on it. You just can't. I think that's what we've noticed after these last two at-bats for her. She is very, very talented, and she can make Casteel make a lot of errors now.
That's why she's going to play college ball next year.
Yes, sir. A high pitch.
Looked like a curveball that just didn't drop in time, or just drop at all.
Cadena high up. Is it going to go out? And it will! The second home run of the game.
What a swing there by Cadena, the sophomore. Kind of a golf swing there. Golfs one to the deepest part of the park. It was definitely high enough, but we don't know if she got enough speed on it, and it looks like Blayton's day on the mound is done for the Colts, as Basha extends their lead to double digits, 10-0 here in the bottom of the third.
8 away from beating that 18-0 game from last year, and we're only in the third inning right now, Emmett.
That's something you really want to know, Jaden. There's still a lot of baseball left to be played.
Plenty. Shout out also to the Good Samaritan out there who just happened to be waiting for the ball, throw it back inbounds. You know, as we got to shout out everybody who's doing good out here today.
Yeah, and catching a home run ball is pretty special, no matter if it's a high school, college, even MLB.
MLB. Jaden Rick and Emmett Morris, we appreciate you all tuning in for this absolutely amazing game. The Basha Bears putting on a performance right now, up 10-0, bottom of the third, and they still have only 2 outs. Casteel yet to make anything happen, and as they make their first pitching change of the day, if you're a Colts fan, you would hope that you would start to see some changes.
Yes, Jaden, you know, Casteel having not only errors on the mound, but in the field too. You know, there are 2 to 3 errors there that led to some runs, eventually leading to the big 2-run home run there by Cadena. Pretty much ending Blayton's day here at Basha, as the rain's starting to pick up a little bit. I think Mother Nature is putting an April Fool's Day prank on us, Jaden.
Jamin, third time of the day. So far, she's had a chance in every inning. That one way outside. One ball, one strike. The rain starting to pick up, and we'll see how long some of the fans stay here in the crowd.
I'm sure all the Basha fans are going to stay for a while. They're pretty sure they're enjoying this offensive explosion here by the Bears.
Jamin, 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs.
Good pitch, sunk at the right time, right into the strike zone. Now 2s all around, Jaden. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
This one, low one, fielded at second, but Jamin's safe.
That was off the end of the bat, Jaden. One of the worst swings you could get as a ball player, but with Jamin's speed, she's ended up using it to her advantage, as ball was too slow to get to the shortstop in time, and Jamin beats out the throw, giving the Bears an extra life here in the bottom of the third.
Well, that's great effort, right? Bottom of the third. You guys are up by 10. You've got 2 outs. Maybe you don't want to hustle as much, right, to get the first, but Jamin's still putting in that effort to get there, even when it looks like their chances of keeping this alive aren't going to be as high. Now she'll steal second with the miss down at the plate.
Yeah, wild pitch there, you know. As catchers, you always want to catch the ball first and then proceed to throw them out. But that just isn't the case there.
1 ball, 1 strike for McNulty. Excuse me, 1 ball, 0 strikes. We'll make that 2 now.
Oh, look at this.
Safe again, Jamin.
Baited the catcher into a throw there.
And in an error at third base, she gets the steal.
Yeah, soon as the catcher threw there. To second, Jamin just took off, and her speed beats the throw to third, and looks like we have an injured player here for the Colts.
Well, we wish the best, and we'll be back in a second. And it seems that everything is good, which is a great sight to see. Bottom of the third. It's been a long third inning for our first ever softball game, Ebbett.
No, Arizona's a state where you don't expect rain at all, but today is April 1st, Jaden, and anything can happen on this day.
We're the monsoon season
We are.
state. I mean, people expect some level of rain.
Seems like the rain's really lighting up a little bit.
1 ball, Kimberlin at the plate. Very high pitch. This is a Basha team that's going to take all of these reps in an extended inning like this, where they've almost gone through their entire batting order, because it's just even that much more practice for when you get to the postseason, which, as we mentioned, you might think the season has just started. Playoffs are basically in a month.
Exactly, Jaden. Something there Basha really needs. You know, losing the semifinal last year has a bad taste in their mouth.
2-1. They're keeping an eye on McNulty over at first. She was kind of leading off a little bit. She was able to get back in time. They're prepared. They know Basha likes to steal. 2s across the board. And way outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kimberlin still at the plate.
McNulty probably going to be in motion here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
And a ground lost ball as Kimberlin's going to go to first, and we will see McNulty over at second.
21, Morgan Bragg.
Yeah, you got your cleanup hitter hitting, Morgan Bragg.
And this is Bragg's second time in
the
the
inning.
third inning.
Exactly. Basha batting around here, being able to put up 5 here. You got 2 runners on base.
For Basha, they've been batting .386 so far this season. They've gotten 135 runs as compared to the Colts' 80. And that foul ball.
Yeah, 135, now up to 146. And you got 147, 48 on base.
Bragg chooses not to swing at that one. One ball, 1 strike. A low lost ball, and you know, the catching pitching relationship, it's not really as close right now. I'm noticing with Casteel. There's been a lot of times where you would think that they'd kind of be more on the same page, but we've seen quite a few missed pitches from Casteel's catcher.
Right, Jaden.
Bragg takes a hit at it. This one is dropped. Just ran right past it in the outfield as Basha will score their 12th with McNulty running it home.
Yeah, just a good hit there by Bragg. Put it in the perfect spot for it to drop. And now Basha up to 12. Now we'll see how many more they can get. And here comes Keaton Ferry back to run. Second time she's run this inning for the Bears.
And this is a Basha team that's feeling really confident right now, Emmett. I mean, not only are you up by 12, of course you're going to feel confident, but aside from that, their season has been going excellently.
That called a strike, Jaden?
They did call that one a strike.
That looked really out to me. Good frame there by Miller then. Be able to fool the umpire.
Maybe he just wants to speed it up.
Yeah, 12-0.
Still in the third, that one. Ball one.
Trying to speed it up. Call that a strike too, Jaden.
The rain has seemingly stopped.
For now.
Don't jinx it. You know, knock on wood. Basha up 12-0, 2 outs. This one will result in and out, and finally for the Colts, they will end the bottom of the third. Basha dominating right now. Final score at the end of the third is 12-0, as we'll see Casteel finally come back up to the plate. And Emmett, I mean, what a third inning.
Yeah, Jaden, this is seeming to be a repeat of the game last year where Basha won 18-0. And they're up 12-0 here after the third inning with a lot of games still left to be played.
And I think that this is something where we're going to start to see some of the other members of this Basha team, you know, get a chance to go out there, get some hits. Maybe, you know, some of the people you don't see as often.
Right,
but because it's great opportunity, and this is a competitive team, you got to give credit to Casteel. They're still in there. They're still trying. The main thing I've seen from them has been errors. They've had quite a few times where they could have ended that third inning, and it was just a miss at shortstop, a drop in the outfield, another drop in the outfield. So there's some chances here for Casteel where these are, you know, the easy mistakes or the small mistakes, right? That, you know, one play every now and then won't really matter, but they add up over time. So I think for Casteel, when they're on defense, they really have to focus. You know, if shortstop's missing it every time, right, you got to reposition. If you're in the outfield and they're hitting it to the same spot and you're dropping it every time, you know, move over or communicate, right? And I think that that's what they need to try and focus on a little bit more, because you know Basha's going to have some hitters where if you give them a good ball, they're going to hit it. And you can't stop that, so you got to prepare yourself for when they do end up hitting that.
Right, Jaden. Position changes for the Bears. Lindsey Hipke, senior, has came in to play first base. Like you said, Jamin, a face that we really don't see much this season, but she's getting a rep here in this blowout.
And as we finally get ready to start the fourth inning, Casteel will send up number 13. KJ Tipton will walk up.
What's going on over there?
Some discussions at first. As we await the beginning. Basha now just 6 runs away from tying their 18-0 game last year. And Tipton now finally ready. A chance here. She hasn't been up to the plate since the first inning, so this will be her second. Super inside.
Ooh, they call that a strike there. Crowd on the plate there, tempting. That's something batters strategize sometimes. You know, playing growing up, I always crowd at the plate, and you know, pitches like that.
This one tipped in left side, and she'll get to first with that one. That's a spark you need right there. Even something as small as that can go a long way.
And that breaks up the no-hitter for Basha there. No-hitter. First 3 innings of the game. And Casteel's on the hit column for the first time tonight.
Jordan Branch. He's back again. Strike one.
Good pitch there from Duffy.
Is that a swing that you would have taken, Emmett? Would you have hit there? Would you have taken a swing?
Probably, to be honest.
Branch just past shortstop. Basha couldn't get there in time, and now they've got runners on first and second in Branch and Tipton.
Yeah, perfectly hit ball there by Branch. Just outstretched the glove of Luna.
To 11, Olivia Miller.
And now Casteel, for the first time today, showing a little bit of life.
You're going to need a lot of it to come back from 12-0, and we'll see if Olivia Miller will be the one to do that for them.
Good pitch there from Duffy.
Strike one. Duffy's pitch, this one taking a swing, fielded at shortstop and out at third, and not quick enough for a double play, but they'll take their first out of the top of the fourth.
Yeah, Luna had a choice to make, either try and get the double play with the runner on third or get the lead runner. She chose the lead runner, and would have been a good decision either way, because I don't think we've been able to return the double play in time, so might as well get that lead runner and prevent them from being 90 feet away from blowing the shutout.
Running for the Colts, number 6, Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson up to bat. Ball one for Peterson.
Oh, wind's back.
It's the wind, it's the rain, it's always something here. And then if it's none of those, it's probably 110 degrees. That was a loud hit. Another error at shortstop, and Casteel gets their first run of the night.
Yeah, Jaden, that was just a perfectly hit ball there by Fuller. You know, I don't think I'd call that an error. I think the shortstop just didn't get there in time because just where it was placed. So I'm going to give that a hit. But nevertheless, that gives Casteel their first run of the game, which
Jordan Branch, the one and only one to have anything on the board right now for the Colts, following the great hit there from Miller. Excuse me, from Peterson. This one out near first and into the outfield. Casteel will take their second. And Basha not quick enough to get any outs off of that play.
Yeah, that's definitely, in my mind, an error. Goes right under the glove of Quinney. I don't know if it took a bad hop or anything, but that gives Casteel their second run of the game, and now need a meeting on the mound for Basha to regroup. Looks like they're a little bit too comfortable here, Jaden.
Well, that's some of the things we've saw when Casteel was on defense, right? It's, it's right beneath the glove or it's right out to your left. And so Basha, they're not free from some of those mental small mistakes, and they can fall for the same thing. So it's important when you're up by this much to stay poised, to make sure that you're not playing like you're up by 12. I know that sounds silly to think about sometimes, but you have to always treat it, if you're going to be playing for the experience right now, you have to treat it like it's a close game. Otherwise, what's the point of being here?
Exactly,
right?
Jaden.
If you're going to be up by 12, don't go out and jog around, which I'm not saying they're doing, but that's why you have to always stay mentally there and focused, even in these big kind of blowout type games.
Right, and you never know, Jaden. They could, pull something out of a magic hat and come back down 12-0.
The magic hat. Oh, okay.
A magic hat.
I've got a few of those. I'll bring one next time.
Oh, really, Jaden? I wear a magic hat every single day.
Top of the fourth, one out for the Colts. They've gotten 2 runs here so far, as Steinbrenner will take her first strike.
That looked like a good pitch there, Jaden. Looks like it just missed a little bit low, but it was a pretty good pitch there from Duffy.
1 ball, 1 strike. Down the middle, Steinbrenner tries to get the bunt.
Yeah, it looked like a suicide squeeze there, Jaden, trying to put something in play, get another run on the board.
And how predictable is it, Evan? I know you're the experienced one with baseball and thus softball as well, in a sense. Are bunts something super reliable?
If it's placed right, it is. Oh.
Another through the glove.
That's not something we see from Quinn at all. Back-to-back errors giving the Colts 2 more runs.
Casteel up to 3, runner at third. They were almost able to get both of them home there, and now it's only a 9-run game.
Starting chipping away. That's what, if it's a blowout, especially in baseball, you know, 1 run at a time, just chip away. Eventually, Basha will have to start panicking if they keep chipping away.
Outside. But took a swing anyways. Skylar Choi.
Yeah, Choi tried getting that number from 3 to 6 right there, Jaden.
Choi wants to swing. That time she hesitated.
Duffy probably a little bit rattled there. Now, giving up those 3 runs in the inning. They're just throwing a no-hitter coming into this inning, but the Colts applying some pressure, and pressure's getting into the Bears' defense.
Now we know that Duffy didn't pitch really a lot in that last game they played last week. It was really a lot of Bree-Finan. This time, that's foul.
Called by the Bears, learning to go foul.
Last game, Bree-Finan pitched 7 innings, with only 2 earned runs on 9 hits, so a great game, obviously. And so Duffy now coming off a little bit of the rest. She's getting a chance to showcase her skills. And the thing about Finan, right, is she's a freshman.
Exactly.
Super young, so you can see that.
And Duffy's a sophomore.
Basha's got talent, even in the younger levels of softball, which is great to see as this sport continues to grow. As we mentioned pregame, this is the first year that Casteel has more than just a varsity softball team.
Exactly, and Casteel has, like Basha, a lot of young youth great players. What a pitch there from Duffy. Got the outside corner there. That was perfectly placed.
Second out for the Colts here, top of the 4th.
Now batting number 2, Lauren Fulton.
Lauren Fulton hits it high. Will it go over? Oh, and a big drop at the fence. And Basha going to try and make the plate.
Got her. Got her.
And she's out.
What a throw there. What a relay from the wall. Jamin thought she had a snow cone catch there for a second. Ends up coming out of the mitt. A great throw to the second baseman,
Yeah, that's a
Quinny.
It's a great way to make up for the mistake.
Colts do get a run, though, and chips the lead down to 8. But you just need to see how Basha will respond.
That was an excellent throw. I mean, that was really, like, accurate. It got there just in time.
It was a great throw and a great tag there by Morgan Bragg.
And now as we move into the bottom of the 4th, Bears lead by 8, 12-4.
Something to note here, Jaden, if the Bears end the inning, or end the 5th inning up 10, then it would be a mercy rule here, currently at 8. Or if the Bears get 7 runs this inning to put to a 15 lead, that will end the game right there as a Bears mercy rule victory.
So a 15-run lead immediately ends the game.
After the 3rd inning, yes, which we are in the 4th.
And a 10-run lead ends it after the 5th.
Yes.
Emmett Morris, your baseball dictionary, I guess. I don't know.
We can thank that information from...
We'll workshop your nickname. I'll
Okay.
find out something perfect for you, Emmett.
But that information came from none other than
You like
Coach
baseball, right,
Skolitsky.
Emmett?
Yes.
What
Yes.
about like something like Strike? Like, wouldn't that be a good nickname?
It would be a great nickname.
Like, you know, when they throw the ball and then they strike out. What do you think?
I think home run would be a better nickname.
I like Strike. Strike it is. Now we're here, bottom of the 4th. Bears back at the plate, up by 8.
Good pitch there.
Strike one. Rebeskis up at the plate.
Ooh.
Super outside and super high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Like the ball slipped out of her hands there, Jaden.
Rebeskis takes a hit. And that'll be a foul. And Basha's got to be feeling good. I mean, you let Casteel get 4 runs there in the third, or excuse me, at the top of the fourth, but you're still up by 8.
Right, Jaden. The Bears really need, if they can get a big rally here, score 7, and then we can all go home early.
I'm sure you would like that strike. Two balls, 2 strikes. Rebeskis looking to be the first one on base in this inning.
Miscommunication there, Jaden.
Here we go. Ooh. Inside, and they'll call that a ball. That was a fast pitch. That's one of the faster pitches we've seen so far today.
Yeah, just a little bit low there, Jaden.
Rebeskis, another swing and another foul.
Just trying to stay alive here for Rebeskis.
Casteel's dugout, quiet like a mouse in comparison to the noise that Basha's dugout is making right
Bash
now.
making a lot of noise. Another foul there from Rebeskis.
Up by 8, and they are still at the top of their lungs. Emmett thought he was hearing ghosts just a second ago. He's like, is that actually their dugout? And I'm like, yeah, they're that loud. That's how much of a culture this team has really cultivated.
And that's why Basha makes the playoffs almost every single year, Jaden.
Won state 2 years ago in the 6A conference.
Ooh.
And she's going to walk on that one.
And that's fouling off those pitches big for Aaliyah Jamin. You know, making that pitcher just panic, trying to get to the next batter. Now Luma here have another chance.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And back-to-back walks. And
She got hit there,
yeah,
Jaden.
that was it was very similar to how we just saw Rebeskis get walked. It's that super inside pitch.
Right, Jaden. And now meeting on the mound, I'm going to see.
Well, Casteel's, their pitching situation hasn't been great so far. And, you know, no disrespect, I don't imagine that there's really too many other people you can turn to at this point.
Right, Jaden. You know, you don't want to make this lead worse, but you don't want to have to burn another one of your star pitchers in this game just to get out of it, while the next game they play could be a very good chance of winning.
And they're not going to make any changes yet.
Now batting for the Bears, number 5, Keaton Prairie.
Oh, Keaton Ferry here hitting. She came on the run a few times, now getting an at-bat.
Ferry with the bunt, and that's a super great bunt right there. I mean, she stopped. There was no motion
That was a
from the
perfect
ball.
bunt there, Jaden. Keaton Ferry, you know, she's the courtesy runner there for the catcher for a reason, because she's fast, gets that bunt down, and makes it all the way to first base. The ball just stopped.
That was.
That just
You
rolled.
could not ask for a better bunt.
No, you cannot.
Bases are loaded. 0 outs, bottom of the 4th. And as Basha continues to get more reps all around, we see Shariah Chacon take the plate.
Yeah, Shariah. Yeah, Basha getting the reserves here in the game.
In the 4th inning.
In the 4th inning.
It's a sight to see.
So a lot of baseball left to be played if there's no mercy rule. Oh, swing.
That is a pop fly in the right field and a good catch from Casteel. And a run for the Bears.
A good sac fly there. A great jump there from Berbeskis from third, being able to.
Well, her speed. I mean, she was not stopping, and she was able to get there.
That's exactly what the Bears
in
needed.
time. And, I mean, part of that's just having great vision. Because, I mean, that's what you have to think about is if you're a runner, I mean, you don't have time to see if the ball's going to actually, go anywhere. You've got to make a decision and stick with it. And so Berbeskis, it's a great job of committing there to going all the way home as Basha gets their first run of the 4th, 13-4.
Baseball's all about vision and discipline, Jaden. And softball. Ooh, that would have been a good pitch to swing at if I was Jamin.
1 strike. Jamin takes a hit, and that'll be an out at first. Not before the run at home. Luna taking it home, 14-4. Back to a double-digit lead for the Bears.
That's exactly what Basha needed right there. Jamin did her job, even though it was off the end of the bat, a ground out right to the second baseman. But still got the job done, getting another RBI. And this 14th run for the Bears.
And Jamin was the first Bear to hit in all 4 innings so far. Now McNulty, not McNulty, as they're going to make a substitution, send in Carrillo.
It is Carrillo. Kaleo, as we can hear from the dugout.
It's nice to get a little assist from them
Yeah.
every now and then.
Up 14-4. Now we are in mercy rule territory if the Bears get a scoreless top of the 5th inning.
Kaleo, 1 ball. High pitch. Kaleo readies. And we go from a pitch way up high to a pitch way down low, 3 balls. 2 outs, a chance to put Basha on the back burner, at least for a little bit of runner at third.
And I find Casteel, I'm just looking for a pitch for her to put the ball in play. Nothing too fancy. Try to get out of the inning. As there was one right there,
Yeah,
but
that was a much better pitch from what we've seen.
But 3-0, just going to take it. If it's a ball, you get on base. If it's not, you get 2 more chances.
And as long as you can get your runner on third home, that's the goal right now.
Jammed her.
Hit right out to the third baseman. A great job from Casteel. They are able to close out the 4th with some dignity. Basha up by 10, but Casteel, they're not giving up.
We'll see if the Colts can mount together a run. Like I said, though, if it's a scoreless inning, then this game, it's over, Jaden. First softball game will be in the books.
So again, we appreciate you all tuning in to the Basha Bear Network, Basha's one and only student-ran broadcast program. We appreciate you sticking with us through all of our sports, and now here we are, basically 3 years in, doing our first softball game, and we have Basha baseball against Casteel this Thursday.
It'll be a fun one to watch with you, Jaden.
Make sure you guys tune in for that as well. It'll be at the same time, 3:45. Is when they'll throw the first pitch. You'll find it at the same spot here on the Basha Bear Network. It'll be myself and Emmett Morris once again calling that game.
Thank you, Drip Drop Hydration.
I had a chance last year to speak with Gabriela Garcia, as we mentioned, an alumni of the softball program here. I had her on my podcast and we talked about the team and the run, and she was battling an injury at the time, and that was something that the team was struggling with, was injuries. So far this year, not that they don't have injuries, but their starters are all healthy right now, and they're able to maintain that. I think they do have a real shot at actually going all the way and winning state.
I agree with you, Jaden. You know, they took a huge blow in the preseason as CC Price, their starting shortstop, tore her ACL and was out for the year, but, you know, Luma has really came in and done her job.
Up at bat, Cathcart, a 6-foot freshman. I feel like we're talking about basketball.
Right.
That's a crazy
Leighton.
height for a freshman. Athletic genes.
Kind of sounding like a little bit like Leighton Leonard or Kingston Montague right there, Jaden.
Maybe. 2-1. Top of the 5th. Gets a tip of the bat on it, and that will be a foul ball.
It's off the end of the bat there, Jaden. A little bit late there.
How about this, speaking of bats, all the drama with the Yankees?
I know. The new,
How long until you think that gets banned? And if
I'll give it a week.
A week.
At most.
Another foul. For anybody who doesn't know, the Yankees started, I guess, changing where they put the wood.
They
on the
hired
bats.
an MIT technician
Mhm.
to design these new torpedo bats.
Oh.
And in the first 3 games for the Yankees, or in the first 3 games, they hit 24 home runs. Or not 24. They hit
It's a light hit. Will she make it in time? No, she will not. First out for the Bears as Cathcart can't get there in time.
So that number was 15, Jaden, with 12 coming within 24 hours of each other.
And so, as you said, they've redesigned the bat, right? It's got, you know, some different wood or wood in a different spot, and essentially it's just helping, you know, the batters hit even farther. But it's kind of controversial. It's almost like they call it another out. Great play there from the Bears.
Yeah, and now we're starting to see more players using it. You know, Ryan Jeffers of the Twins was using it. I saw a report today that Alex Bregman of the Red Sox was using it. But someone to note who is not using it, Aaron Judge, the Yankees' best player, AL MVP, hit 60 home runs last year. He's at hit 4 home runs in his first 3 games. He's not using the torpedo bat. He's using his old regular bat, Jaden.
I mean, if it works, right? If it's not broke, don't fix it. I don't give it very long. I have a feeling the MLB is going to step in soon and say something about it. It's just, I mean, as a fan, you like to see the home runs and stuff, but I feel like baseball is a very, I'm trying to find the right word.
With all the
They're
changes,
very conservative. They like, you know, the traditional baseball, right? The less things that they can change about the game, the better. I mean, you see so much outrage when it comes to anything with
pitch
you know,
clock,
Yep, ABS, all of that.
which in my mind I think ABS is a huge success and needs to be implemented in the regular season.
Foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, top of the 5th. Basha making plays, trying to get out of this rainy, then cloudy, then windy.
Now we're kind
all
of sunny.
sorts of weather.
Now we're sunny with a little bit of wind, Jaden. Now watch it. Since I said that in the next 2 minutes, it'll be thunderstorming
You
on
shouldn't
us.
have said it. That one was low, 2-2. Branch looking to make something happen. Back to the cage and to the wall. That one high up, center field. Basha makes the easy out as we will now move into the bottom of the 5th. Bears still in the lead by 10, 14-4.
That is the
And
game,
that's the
Jaden.
mercy.
As I said,
Yeah, by the
scoreless
10-point
inning, a
lead.
1-2-3 inning for the Bears, and that concludes our first softball game.
A swift one.
Swift one. Explosive one for the Basha Bears for sure.
From the beginning, we saw in that first inning when Kendall Bragg had the out of the park home run, and then there was another one, and it was just it was a dominant game for Basha. There was not a lot more they could have improved on. The only thing we started to see was when they kind of slacked a little bit in the 4th, and they had some bad errors out in the outfield that led to Casteel getting their 4 runs. And for Casteel, you got to try to keep your head up. You know it's a Mercy, but you're out here competing. You know, you're trying to grow your program. You're going to learn a lot. For Basha, take this one with pride. You just beat a school rival, mercied them in the 5th inning. You got a lot of people at bat. You got a lot of excitement. And I think that that's something that you're going to take now, hopefully, into your a little bit tougher of your region, you know, in region matchups, and that's something that I think can definitely help them.
I agree with you, Jaden. And the Bears, you know, this would be the best time to start heating up, you know, right before playoffs, you know, go into playoffs on fire and dominate state. That's what the Bears need to do, Jaden.
Indeed. Well, that's all for now. I'm Jaden Rick and Emmett Morris. Once again, we appreciate you all tuning in to the Basha Bear Network. Once again, we will be back on Thursday live streaming boys baseball against Casteel. Myself and Emmett Morris will be there once again. We hope you all enjoyed today's amazing game for Basha girls softball, the blowout 14-4 win over the Casteel Colts. Check out the rest of our content. We have our weekly news show. We have our podcast Table Talk. We have our sports show Table Talk Next Level. Just go on our channel. There's a million different things to see. We'll see you guys on Thursday. That's all for now. Jaden, Rick, and Emmett Morris. We'll see you guys next time.